Hello everyone, and happy Thanksgiving! Oh wait, that's not until tomorrow. Well, shit. So my schedule is a little messed up right now. I am actively working on the castle. It's just going to take a little bit longer. But in the meantime, I wanted to post some kind of build for you guys. I've been wanting to do an underwater institute hideout for a while. I just didn't have a spot to do it in Sanctuary. So instead, I went all throughout the Commonwealth looking for the best spot, and this is it, right here. And to show you where I am on the map, coming from Sanctuary, I'm tucked away right over here in the corner. So I used the mod Conquest to build a settlement here, and that's why I have this marker. But if you look at it on your map, you probably won't see this here. What you're looking at now is the finished product. So this is everything that I built added to it. And this is how I found it. So this is the original look of the area. And you see that fallen down tree towards the center of the screen? Right in front of it is where I built a wall made out of rocks. And that was the most challenging spot because I needed to make this lake, or pond, whatever you want to call it, look supported and natural. So I used a lot of different kinds of rocks to make up the wall and then placed a good bit of trees around it. And as it fades back in, you can see all the different size trees I used as well, which I really think helped out a lot. Alright, so should I do the tour first or show you how I did all this? No, okay, let's do the tour first. You're right, it's more fun. So in the middle of these rocks, get up, there we go, okay. I put in a hatched door that leads to a staging area, I guess. I didn't want it to go like right into the hideout, so I built this room to try and deter people from being in here. Like, oh damn, those barrels are full of radiation. And oh, that sign says this is a restricted area, so maybe I shouldn't be in here. Like, that's the vibe that I was going for, because what they don't know is that this wall is actually a door. Holy shit, right? Pretty badass. And on the other side of it is the entrance to the hideout, so I put more red lights and another restricted sign and a surveillance camera in case they didn't get the memo, like, hey, this is restricted, get the fuck out. But after all of that, we get to the actual hideout. And it's not really a hideout, I guess, it's more of a hidden lab or like a hidden base or something, I don't know. But it has this typical institute setup, very clean and tidy, full of high-tech electronics and creepy lab equipment. And my favorite parts are these windows. I glitched in blue walls to make them look like computer screens. If only, right? I mean, can you picture playing Fallout on something like that? Jesus Christ, that would be amazing. But yeah, I'll show you how I did that after the tour. I didn't want to add in a lot of clutter or items just laying around, so these desks are very simple with just a mouse and keyboard, which I got from the mod Settlement Objects Expanded, or SOE, and everything else has a purpose. Again, there's no clutter. I made this side look like the other side because the Institute setup is normally repetitive. And over here, you know, they're always doing some sketchy shit. So I put in the super mutant in whatever this is, and yeah, they're just doing some tests and stuff. Nothing out of the ordinary. I really like how this middle part came out. It's just a full map of the Commonwealth with surveillance monitors because they have eyes everywhere, right? They know what's going on. They're always prepared for whatever goes down if they're discovered. This is the reactor room. So we have the power generator that runs this whole place, and then containers full of supplies because they are deployed out here for a few months at a time. So they have a full stock of everything they need right here in these containers. And up in the front, let's close this door. Up in the front is, I knew you guys were going to say something if I didn't include this. So yeah, you guessed it, is the bathroom. There's a bathroom with a nice functioning toilet and a shower. Look at this very nice Institute shower. So everything they need right over here. And the other room is where they sleep. There are about 4 people here at a time, so they sleep in shifts. This is like the Institute version of barracks. It's just not very personal or inviting. They just come in here to rest and shut the hell up. But yeah, that's the whole area. So it's just a little spot for the Institute to come out here and keep tabs on everything and do their test. And it's all very functional too. So this ladder, you can actually get out of this hatch and then close the door. So it all works very well. Alright, so here's how I built everything. Under the Structures SOE tab, there is a pull section that has water pieces you can build. There are several to choose from, and all shapes and sizes, and they work just like regular floor pieces. And a big plus is that you can walk on them in workshop mode, which makes it a whole lot easier to build. Now the main structure was very simple. I used regular vault pieces and essentially made a large box with a small room coming off of it. You see off to the side I have these darker floor pieces, and that's just because the bright blue glass wall I glitched inside of the window can be seen through the water, so I just placed these here to cover it up. And speaking of, you can find these in SOE under the glass tab. They have several info walls that you can choose from, and they just snap right to the edge of the wall, or you can use place anywhere to get them in a little bit further like I did. Now the entrance wasn't that difficult either. Everything snapped together perfectly. I just put in a floor and the walls and roof around it, and same thing in this room, just put in the floors first and then the walls, which all snap together, even the top ones. I wanted this room to have a weird shape, so instead of putting in a roof, I placed in this angled floor piece and it worked perfectly. It snapped to the roof from the other room and gives me plenty of room to walk up and down the stairs. Now, using this piece did give me a gap at the top, but all I had to do to cover that up was use this metal railing that we get from Workshop Rearranged. It goes pretty well with the walls and snaps to the top of the floor to cover up that gap seamlessly. Look at that, it's perfect. The only thing that didn't snap in was the ladder, so I had to use place anywhere for that. But the most important piece was the hatch door, and thankfully this snapped to the top of the wall here. And I say thankfully because I needed to make sure that the water was aligned with the floor piece. So with that snapping into the top of the wall, I was able to snap all of the water pieces from it. So I didn't have to manually align anything. And oh yeah, so the last part to go over is all the foliage and rocks I placed in. So I had to use the mod Homemaker for this part because it was the only mod I could find that gave me big chunks of rocks and groups of trees like this that I could use. USO has some rocks, but they're all very small in comparison, but all I did was throw them in. It was just a mixture of large and small rocks glitching on top of each other. There was really no pattern or structure to it. You can't really go wrong with this part as long as you have a mixture of everything. So I used the same large rock from Homemaker over and over again while peppering in some smaller rocks of a different color and a good bit of trees. And that's pretty much all I did for this part. Like I said, you can't really go wrong with these pieces because they all go together so well. But that is it for me. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I've been messing with the mod Transfer Settlements that allows me to upload my builds as mods. The only problem is that it's not recognizing the water pieces for this build. So I'm going to look into it a little bit more to see what I can do and see if I can get it posted for you guys to download. But thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments or hit me up on Twitter at CordlessVII. You can also check out these other videos that YouTube is suggesting just for you. And if you want to see more content like this, give this video a like and hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you soon.